Hello good people of YouTube and welcome to my hobby channel and this series of videos in which I take a look at the Grand Battle Scale 10mm box sets that Wargames Atlantic very kindly sent me. Now I've already done a video on the Dwarven Hosts and I've already done a video on the Orc Hordes, so if you haven't seen those please check them out. But in this video I was going to take a look at the Agincourt French. As with the English, the Agincourt French is a very big box. It's a little bit deeper than the English probably because it contains cavalry, and I would imagine those models are why this is a bigger box. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 frames of bases, crossbows with pavises, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 frames of those, and they all look identical. And then we've got 1, 2, 7, 8, 9 large frames of French knights. Here we've got the Genoese crossbowman, and this is a smaller style frame. There are pavises or pavases there, some wounded crossbowmen loading and firing. Quite a lot of individual miniatures and a couple of short strips. The detail is really nice. And they'd make pretty cool Bretonians. Even the underside of the casualty has got detail on it. That's insane. And this is the French Knights frame, some mounted, some on foot, and it looks absolutely lovely. I'll just start at the top because there's so much on this. So we've got a casualty there. Actually, that's the wrong way around. Yeah, so I'll start at the top because there's just so much packed on this. Casualty, some single knights, a couple of wounded horses or dead horses, more single figures and more casualties. Flip that over so you can see front and back. And then we've got mounted knights, again if you're looking to do a proxy Bretonian army in 10mm, these would be really cool. Just turn those over so we can and then the other end of the sprue, more men-at-arms and some command stands. So there we have the French Knights sprue or frame, and I'll now take a look at all the individual strips and figure designs that you get on this. Oh dear, the quest to showcase every figure that you get on a sprue continues. I'm now starting with the French mounted knights, and this is the figure that you get with a banner. One of those on every sprue. This is a knight with a sword at the ready. This is a knight charging with a sword. And a knight with the sword down at the side. Then we have a knight with a hammer held aloft. Another knight swinging a hammer. And another knight with a hammer down by his side. And then we have a knight with a lance. Upright. Another knight with a lance at an angle. A second knight with the lance at a similar angle. A knight with a lance pointing forward. And another knight with a lance pointing forward. And we also have two horse casualties there. Moving on to the foot knights, the French foot knights, we have a strip of 3 here that could be used as a command. And then a second strip of 3, again with a banner or a flag that can be used as a command. And this is the first of 3 different strips of 5. This is the second strip of 5. And this is the third strip of 5. On the frame you also get 1 strip of 3. And you get 3 strips of 2. You also get 3 individual knights with war hammers. And 3 individual knights with different weapons: sword, axe and spear. And to finish up with, you get 3 French knight, foot knight casualties. I guess these could also be combined with the horses if you wanted. Moving on now to the Genoese crossbowmen. There are 2 strips of 3. And you also get 3 strips of 2. And then you get 5 individual crossbowmen firing over the top of their pavises, or pavises, depending on how you prefer to pronounce it. So these are the first 3, and then the last 2 to make up 5. You get 3 individual crossbowmen with their crossbows sort of at the ready. You get 2 individual crossbowmen that look like they may have just loaded their crossbows or perhaps just fired them. And then you get 2 individual figures here loading or cranking the crossbows. You also get pavises on their own, 2 strips of 3, 3 strips of 2, and an individual pavis. You could either lie on the ground or maybe stick to the back of one of the crossbowmen who isn't hiding behind a shield. And lastly, there are 2 different casualty figures. Finishing up with a scale comparison, we've got the Dwarven hosts from Wargames Atlantic on the left hand side, and then some Genoese crossbowmen next to some English longbowmen there. Then we've got some elves from Pendraken. These are metal. I've painted those up to look like some of the elf warriors of the Last Alliance from Lord of the Rings. Next to those we've got some French knights. So the elves are advertised as 10 to 12 mil, and the French knights obviously 10 mil. And you can see those next to the English knights there. And then we've got some Orc Spearmen there from the Orc Hordes by Wargames Atlantic, a Pendraken Metal Orc Shaman, which again is 10 to 12 mil. We then have a plastic French Knight from the Agincourt box set, and a Pendraken Elf Cavalry figure, again advertised as 10 to 12 mil. Just very quickly, I wanted to show the French Knights in between the Pendraken Elves and the Wargames Atlantic Orcs. And also the Genoese crossbowmen next to the Elves. I did mention when I reviewed the English that there were so many of these miniatures, I wasn't about to spread the contents of the box out over my hobby desk, because one gentle nudge or one cough or sneeze would probably have them all falling all over the place. So I'm referring to the box art to show you exactly what you get, because there are a lot of miniatures in this box. Over 700 10mm infantry. Now, here you can see all the mounted knights painted up and arranged there. In the middle we've got the foot knights painted up and arranged into units there. And on the right hand side of the image we've got the Genoese crossbowmen. So it looks like a fairly even split into thirds. So if you are collecting an army, you get a reasonably even distribution of the different forces. As I said in the video for the English, my only criticism of this box is that one isn't enough. After Wargames Atlantic very kindly gave me this box to review on my channel, I know that I will be buying more of these. It's a fantastic set. The English and the French are awesome miniatures, and I know that once I start painting these and basing them up and gaming with them, I'm just going to want a bigger and bigger army. So there we have it. It's been quite an undertaking snipping all those figures off the plastic sprues and doing the review, but I hope you found these videos useful. If you have, please smash that like button. Please hit subscribe for more videos like this. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do. But please keep those comments kind and respectful. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.